Today, in this ASMR video, I'm going to do a Ramble showcase of a new deck that I got as a present called the Louisiana Cajun and Creole Tarot. It was on Kickstarter. I can't remember if it was earlier this year or last year. I think it might have even been this year. And I couldn't back it then, but like I said, I was given it as a present. So it comes in this beautiful wooden box, and I've already taken the cards out, but the cards come in a bag that's in the box, just sort of a plain little bag. And I can't even show you the bag. Just a nice little bag, but it's nothing like it doesn't have some sort of special thing on it. These are the cards. So you can out in the bayou. So those are the cards. It comes with a small mini guidebook, and that has an introduction, some information about the suits, and because the suits are different in this deck, they are the fiddles, accordions, let's see, what is it? Fiddles, accordions, and then the triangles and the washboards. And then the court cards are kind of some archetypes in some archetypes. And then each in the small booklet there is like a full color of the card and just some real basic the basic keywords and information. So that's nice. And then something that's super extra nice is I don't think it was that much more to get this. I can't even get it all in the picture. This huge guidebook, and it provides more information both on the deck as well as Cajun culture, and it too has. I'm gonna have to do this kind of sideways. It too has, a full color picture of the card, and then usually 2 whole pages for each card. No matter if it's a major arcana or minor arcana, and so yeah. So what I want to do is I'm gonna go ahead and kind of flip through the cards like I've done on other sort of these Ramble show and tell type videos, and then what I'll do is like with these others as well that I've done, maybe for 1, 2, or 3, I don't know, I'll sort of see as I go, read a reading for that card, so you get a sense of the cards as well as the guidebook. And one side of my family is Cajun. My last name's actually a Cajun name, but I don't speak Acadian French, so apologies if I mispronounce anything. When my grandfather spoke Acadian French, but when he was growing up, he got beat in school for speaking your own language, so he didn't teach it to his sons, and he was gone long before I was born, so the language is lost to us, which is sad, but anyway, so that's one of the reasons I really wanted this deck, was because I know I've mentioned before, I'm going to actually put a darker cloth here on top of the cloth I have so that it stands out more. So I just realized the bright yellow probably makes it harder to see yellow on yellow. But what was I saying? Oh, so I like play stacks a lot, and I have like the Southern Gothic. I've recently gotten the Appalachian Spirit deck. Forgive me, Emily, if I just butchered it again. But this is much closer than even those two areas to the area I'm from. The area I'm from, I mean, it's part of Cajun country, but it's like really at the edge of Cajun country. So anyway, I really want this deck to kind of both, because I figured the images themselves would be meaningful to me, like culturally. So, for example, like hurricane, definitely been in a number of those. Yeah, and then also learning more about the history, Cajun history. And so I'm just going to kind of pull these cards. I'll probably say the names of some of them. Some I'm just going to sort of, as I ramble, show you. So here's the Three of Triangles. If you're from Louisiana, you might notice there are certain landmarks. It's the Two of Triangles. And I shuffled these only a little bit, so you can see here it says Louisiana Purchase. Wow. Sorry. I have my hand kind of in a weird position. Joie de vivre. Joy of life. Can I zoom in a little bit? Let's see. See if I can move that up. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Not a lot, but a little bit. The back door. So you can see some of these are the major arcana. The Nine of Accordions. So that would be the King of Washboards and the Queen of Washboards. I mean, I think taunt is, I don't know if the taunt is actually the word for king. Evangeline. I'm going to go ahead and read for this one, because I know she's an important character in. So let's see. Number 17. Evangeline. Through the figure of Evangeline, the star card represents the timeless story of a young Acadian woman who became a symbol of hope and resilience for the Cajun people. The star card stands for hope and rejuvenation after adversity and functions as spiritual illumination during the darkest periods. The epic poem's heroine, Evangeline, represents these themes by demonstrating, and I can't remember if it's Evangeline or Evangeline. There might even be a third thing. Evangeline represents these themes by demonstrating and yielding hope and resilience in spite of her losses and trials. Evangeline's tale stands as a central thread in Louisiana's cultural history and resembles the star card's message, which shows how faith and love light our way through despair. The story of Evangeline emerges from the historical tragedy of the Great Expulsion. It's also known as the Le Grand Dérangement, I think. Le Grand Dérangement. Like I said, I don't speak French or Acadian French, and that's sad. But anyway, the Great Expulsion occurred in 1755 when British forces forcibly expelled the Acadian people from their Canadian homelands. Evangeline loses Gabriel during the expulsion, but devotes her life to finding him as she travels through unknown territories and suffers through hardships while holding on to the hope of their eventual reunion. The star card's message of inner guidance and renewal shines through Evangeline's enduring hope despite her prolonged sorrow. Her voyage represents both physical travel and spiritual exploration, which demonstrates how human endurance combines with faith to help us endure unimaginable loss. Evangeline demonstrates her steadfast endurance throughout her journey, which serves as a beacon like the star for those who have lost their way. Despite enduring years of uncertainty, she maintains her focus on her purpose. The star card illustrates a star in the heavens shining upon a character who is drawing water that represents healing and guidance while connecting the physical realm with the divine. Evangeline's steadfast belief and her love for Gabriel serves as her beacon of light that propels her forward through the uncertain path ahead. Her narrative demonstrates how faith-driven hope serves as a sustaining force during life's most difficult periods. The star card embodies both physical and emotional healing, which finds its most profound demonstration in Evangeline's ultimate compassionate deed. After years of searching, she ultimately finds Gabriel, but under tragic circumstances. In Louisiana, he sits as an elderly man close to death upon his bed. Evangeline's appearance at Gabriel's deathbed demonstrates mercy and love that reflects the star's gentle healing power despite fate denying their shared dreams. While she cannot alter their tragic destiny, she provides him with her comforting presence to help him transition peacefully from this life. The star serves as a symbol of healing through acceptance rather than change because it helps people find peace by embracing their past with dignity and love. The Cajun people see Evangeline in the star card as a symbol representing survival and endurance, along with the willpower to seek light within darkness. After being forced to leave their homeland, the Acadians established themselves in Louisiana, taking their cultural practices and beliefs with them. Evangeline's narrative stands as a cultural emblem that demonstrates the determination of a community that would not succumb to historical oppressions. The star card represents renewal and celestial guidance, while echoing the historical narrative, reminding us that a guiding light exists to lead us toward peace and belonging, regardless of our lost state. The lessons of Evangeline demonstrate how hope combined with love and faith holds tremendous power to carry us through profound sadness, similar to the star card in tarot. She teaches us that despite facing separation and hardship, we possess an internal light that acts as our guide along any path. Her story instructs us to believe in healing's process while accepting the peace it brings, so we can see how love transforms our souls despite tragic circumstances. In this way, Evangeline embodies the star as they both offer radiant presence during dark times and a promise that brighter days await us with each heartfelt journey being significant. And so that's in the larger book. And then if you just wanted to have the mini companion that goes with it, there's a shorter one, and it says a symbol of hope and resilience, embodying the enduring Acadian spirit and guiding light through loss. Keywords are renewal, faith, perseverance, compassion, and light. So you can see the one's just very like, here's what the card represents, and then the other talks about what the card represents and also talks about what this image has to do with Acadian culture and Cajun culture, which they're not exactly the same in Acadian and Acadian, though they get jumbled together historically. The Derrick. So from anywhere around Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, all that area, that will look familiar. The 5 of washboards. I love the artwork in this deck. I love the sort of like folk art style. And I feel like it definitely is the right vibe, if that makes sense. this feels real to me, if that makes sense. The moon. You know, like this definitely reminds me where I'm from. So this would be the page, the equivalent of the page. I believe the equivalent of the queen. It's a 10 of triangles. And so each one of the suits is a different instrument that, so, you know, that is associated with Zydeco music, Cajun music, the whole, you know, the triangles, washboards, fiddles, and accordions. And so you can see there's like historical events that are represented, and cultural events. But there's also places like the derrick, or events like the hurricane, the law, a fado-do. Let's do the fado-do. Sometimes I have a cat, and her name's kind of like fado-do, and so sometimes I actually call her fado-do. If you've ever heard the cat in the background of my videos that's crying, she sometimes gets called a fado-do. And I may read just a portion because I don't want my video to be super long. So I'll just read a portion. So the fado-do card is number 10 and is the stand-in for the Wheel of Fortune card. And so it says the Wheel of Fortune becomes the fado-do, which represents a lively Cajun dance party or country dance that takes place in southern Louisiana. The lullaby phrase fado-do comes from French infantise, meaning go to sleep, and it developed when mothers put their children to bed early to attend nighttime social events. Saturday night fado-do captures essential elements of rhythm and cyclical movement while fostering community spirit, which reflects the Wheel of Fortune and Cajun cultural traditions. It goes on further about this. I really want to read this one, but let's see. But like I said, I don't want the video to be super long, so I'm just trying to see. The fado-do demonstrates interconnectedness through its communal nature, just like the Wheel of Fortune represents. All participants at the dance join the same cyclical journey through the life's peaks and valleys, which together forms our shared experience. The fado-do reveals our shared participation in life's flowing rhythm, whether we immerse ourselves in excitement or find a moment of solitude. And there's more information here. What's really cool is, like, I knew in general what a fado-do was, but I did not know its history. And also, by the way, if you ever have a chance to see people doing Cajun dancing, it's amazing. I've gone to country western dancing before in the place I'm from, and you know, because it's at the edge of Cajun country, you always get a couple or two, usually an older couple, who would be doing, and that's a whole nother level of dancing. So 6 of accordions, 5 of accordions. Yeah, it's one of those, like, it's kind of fascinating because it's just one of those, like, you see people doing it, you're like, oh man, I wish I had that skill of the dance floor. The T-boy, so that's the equivalent of the knight. Looks like the French Quarter. 10 of fiddles. I'll make sure to read at least part of one of the cards from the suits. since I did 2 major arcana cards. Just trying to see. Let's go ahead and do the T-boy. Let's see what we've got there. And like I said, we'll see. I probably won't read the whole thing, but if so, and you don't want to hear the whole thing, you can always fast forward to the next set of cards. So it says, boiling crawfish produces a distinctive aroma that permeates the air of Louisiana, mingling with the sounds of laughter and clinking glasses. During the Crawfish Festival in Bow Bridge, a young man performs accordion music under the historic bridge's shadow. His fingers glide across the keys as his body moves in harmony with the rhythm. He draws attention not by seeking it, but through his complete absorption in music. With each note, his music becomes the purpose, expressing his freedom. The T-boy of accordions embodies the adventurous spirit, channeling deep emotions through action rather than words. He does not analyze music, he becomes it. His performance is not about controlling the crowd, but about playing with pure focus and passion. The T-boy of accordions demonstrates deep artistic devotion while remaining fully present in the moment. He's an intrepid explorer, guided by his heart into uncharted territory, gaining knowledge through direct experience. The manipulation of the bellows is an extension of his identity, while his instinctive music reflects his inner self. He finds peace in living in the moment, yet his restless nature drives him to seek new experiences that transcend verbal expression. The fusion of movement, sound, and passion fuels his spirit, but he struggles with patience and consistency. Only when his heart fully commits does his love transform into something deep and unshakable. The T-boy of accordions carries the traditional tarot meanings of romanticism, creative expression, and heartfelt pursuits, infused with an impulsive sensual energy. He lives his dreams through action, connecting deeply to emotions expressed through physical movement and musical experience. And so the accordions are the cups in the suit. This card is ruled by the element of water, representing feeling and intuition, while fire adds a dynamic force of creative drive and exploration. The T-boy of accordions is an impassioned artist, always seeking experiences to make him feel truly alive. And let's see. It asks, are you fully present in the moment, or do fears cause you to hesitate? Do you pursue your passions wholeheartedly, or do you hold yourself back? Are you playing the melody your heart brings to life? And it goes into, there's more, but like I said, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm looking through some of the other, yeah, and a lot of it looks like in a lot of the minor arcana cards, there are more, there's, sort of more questions too, that many of them have questions, to, sorry, my brain's not working, questions to meditate on, questions to think about. Like, not all of them do, but it looks like many of them do, or some of them do. But let's go ahead and go through the rest of the cards, since it's getting close to 30 minutes, and I don't like going over 30 if I can avoid it. The Jolie, 10, the 8, the 7. So I definitely say, like I said, if this is one of those decks, I think if the artwork speaks to you, or recommend it. If any of the readings in the large book stick out to you, I'd probably get someone who likes place decks, or sort of decks really rooted in an actual physical place, then this is definitely one to look into. And of course, if you are Cajun, Creole from Louisiana, or from Louisiana adjacent places, then, and if that's your heritage as well, it's definitely something to look into. Like I said, I wanted it for basically most of those reasons. I like place decks, I liked the artwork. I'm of Cajun descent, got a Cajun last name. My dad had been taught by his dad. Wish the language had been passed down. So this deck's gonna be, I think, nice for me both to use as a deck, but also to learn about own cultural history. There's the 5 of fiddles. The 4 fiddles. 3 fiddles. Oh shit. That must be the lovers. I love. Oh shit. The truck. Oh, I like that. That's perfect. Someone's going mudding. Or it looks like they're going mudding. Yeah. It's about right. Then we have the Ace of Fiddles. Like I said, these are out of order because I had already done like a short shuffle. And here is the 2 of Fiddles. And I believe that is a fan up at the top. It would not be the south of the fan. It is hot and humid. The fisherman. That's what this deck really is, the vibe of the place, if that makes sense. Again, I don't, none of my extended family still lived in Louisiana. I mean, I'm basically from Louisiana. I'm not far even from the place the guy who created this deck. I believe he's in Lafayette. So being at the edge of Cajun country, it definitely, even just seeing these images, even though my own particular cultural, how I grew up, I wasn't going to Fay-Dodos. I have gone to shrimp boils, things like that, but it still gives off, you can still feel the vibe, if that makes sense. And also, you can feel that humidity coming through the cards. And I'm what I've told people before, I'm a weather asshole, which means because I've lived in other, I've lived in the South, I've lived in the North, I've lived in the middle of the country, so in the South it's not that cold. People be like, oh, it's cold, and the North people are like, oh, it's hot. It's really not that hot. And everywhere I've lived, people are always like, oh, it's humid. If you are from Louisiana or anywhere Louisiana adjacent, you know it when it's true when I say that is true humidity. That's what I tell people. I say, if you can stand in the shade and cool down, it's not humid. If it's humid, you can stand in the shade and just be sweating buckets. You walk out the door, you're swimming. So anyway, I'm a weather asshole, so I'll always be like, well, you don't know. But anyway, if you're from that area, And I think that's what's great about the sort of folk art style too, is I feel like I can feel that in the cards, just in the sort of the style, that kind of blurred, the way, heat and humidity do kind of blur the air, anyway, so this is the Louisiana Cajun and Creole deck. Here's the little book. These are the cards, the back of the cards, and then I showed you that box earlier. I believe you can, I'll put the links in the description. I believe you can order the deck alone, the book alone, or the deck and the book together. But I'll put the links in there, and the creator, Cajun Conjuror, should also have on those sites, he has a YouTube channel, things like that, so you can get in touch with him that way. So I hope if this was a deck you were curious about or looking to see if you wanted, that this was helpful to you. If it wasn't a deck you knew about, I hope it was something you liked getting a chance to see. And I got a bunch of decks. It was my birthday. I got a bunch of decks. So I'm gonna try to do rambles for each of those, spread out. I may even do a video that's like a video that has all of them, but in shortened form too. That way, if someone just kind of wants a quick, like, there's some cool new decks. Like I had that deleted world one from the other day. But the others I have are the, the Flow Tarot, the Childlike Wonders Oracle deck, which goes with the Bone Dead Tarot, Apothecary Spirits, and who am I missing? And the Hawking Hills Oracle. So look forward to those. I'll do rambles, and these will all go in my queue to do for one-card pulls as well. So I hope you're doing all right. I hope to see you again soon, and thanks for coming.